In the darkness, a sound begins to form. A sound that, for enemy forces on the ground, is the last thing they will ever hear. This is the sound of death from above. Welcome to Top Tier TV. Today, we're not just looking at a machine. We're telling the story of a legend, the AH-64 Apache, a helicopter born from a desperate need on the Cold War battlefield, designed with one singular, terrifying purpose: to hunt and destroy enemy armor. It's more than just a helicopter. It's a complex ballet of steel, silicon, and human courage. It's the eyes of an eagle, the sting of a scorpion, and the heart of a lion, all rolled into one of the most formidable aircraft ever to take to the skies. So buckle up. We're going deep into the story of the Apache, the ultimate tank killer. We'll explore its brutal origins, the incredible technology that makes it so lethal, and the real, human stories of the pilots who tamed this beast. To understand the Apache, you have to understand the nightmare scenario facing NATO commanders in the 1970s. The Soviet Union possessed the largest armored force the world had ever seen. Tens of thousands of tanks. The doctrine was simple, brutal, and overwhelming. The Soviet steamroller. They would surge through key choke points like Germany's Fulda Gap, and nothing in the NATO arsenal seemed capable of stopping them. America needed a solution. A dedicated attack helicopter that could operate day or night, in any weather, and could surgically dismantle that armored tide. The answer emerged from the Hughes Helicopters team, and it was unlike anything that had come before. It wasn't designed to be pretty. It was designed to be survivable. Its narrow profile made it a hard target to hit. Its engines were spaced apart, so a single hit was less likely to take out both. And its most revolutionary feature, a nose-mounted sensor suite called the Target Acquisition and Designation System, or TADS PNVS. For the first time, pilots could see in pitch blackness and through obscurance like smoke and fog. The night was no longer a cover for the enemy, it was a cloak for the hunter. This prototype, known as the YA-64, won the competition, and after refinements by McDonnell Douglas, now Boeing, the AH-64 Apache was born. It entered service in 1986, a silent, watchful guardian on the Iron Curtain, waiting for a war that thankfully never came. But its first real test was just around the corner, in a desert conflict that would cement its legend. So what makes this machine so effective? Let's break down the anatomy of a predator. First, the crew. It takes two to tango with this beast. In the rear seat, you have the pilot. Don't let the title fool you. This is arguably one of the most demanding flying jobs in the world. They are responsible for navigating, terrain flight, and, most importantly, staying alive. They are the body of the aircraft. In the front seat, sitting higher than the pilot, is the co-pilot gunner, or CPG. This is the hunter. Their world is defined by the eyepieces of the TADS PNVS system. They are the ones who find, track, and ultimately engage the target. They are the brain and the trigger finger. Now, let's talk about the teeth. The most iconic weapon is the M230 30-meter chain gun, mounted under the nose. It's hydraulically driven and brutally accurate. It fires high explosive rounds that can shred light vehicles and infantry, but its true purpose is area suppression, and as a backup for the main event. The Apache's primary tank-killing weapon is the AGM-114 Hellfire missile. Hellfire stands for helicopter, launched, furry, and forget. And that last part is key. Fire and forget means the CPG can lock a target, fire a missile, and immediately move on to the next target while the missile guides itself to impact. An Apache can ripple fire multiple Hellfires in a matter of seconds, engaging an entire tank platoon before they even know what's happening. And for softer targets or area saturation, it carries pods of Hydra 70 rockets, unguided but devastating in a salvo. But all these weapons are useless if you can't see the enemy. That's where the magic happens. The Apache's crown jewel is the Target Acquisition and Designation System. TADS and the Pilot Night Vision System, Aviation, think of it as two high-powered, gyro-stabilized camera turrets on the nose. One for the gunner, one for the pilot. They combine thermal imaging, daylight TV, and image intensification. A modern Apache can hover behind a hill, pop only its sensor mast above the crest, identify a target miles away through darkness and fog, and launch a Hellfire without ever exposing its main body to return fire. It's the ultimate peek-and-shoot weapon. The Apache's war debut came in 1991, during Operation Desert Storm. The world was about to meet the tank killer. The opening act of the air war wasn't a stealth fighter, it was Force Normandy, A team of Air Force MH-53 PAVE low helicopters guided Army Apaches deep into Iraqi airspace. Their mission, to destroy 2 key radar sites and punch a hole in Saddam Hussein's air defenses. Using their advanced sensors, the Apaches located the sites, hovered in the darkness, and in a matter of minutes, obliterated them with precise Hellfire and rocket fire. The air war could begin, and the Apache had announced its arrival with a thunderous statement. In the following 100 hours of the ground war, Apaches became the reaper on the battlefield. The highway of death was littered with the husks of Iraqi armor, many of them killed by Apaches engaging from beyond visual range. The Soviet tank nightmare had met its match. But the battlefield evolved. In Iraq and Afghanistan, the Apache was no longer just hunting tanks in open deserts. It was providing close air support to troops in contact in dense urban areas, a much more complex and dangerous environment. The Apache adapted. It became a guardian angel for ground units, its presence alone often enough to break an enemy attack. And the machine itself evolved. From the original AH-64A to the digital, more powerful Longbow Apache with its mast-mounted radar that can classify and prioritize targets from behind cover, to today's most advanced variant, the AH-64E version 6, or V6. This latest model is a quantum leap. It can control UAV drones, acting as a command node in the sky. Its new engines give it more power and speed. Its communication systems are fully integrated into a joint, all-domain battlefield. It's no longer just an attack helicopter, it's the central hub of the modern combat team. With all this talk of technology, it's easy to forget the most vital component of the Apache, the humans inside it. These are not just pilots. They are a team, a bonded pair who train for hundreds of hours to operate as a single entity. The trust between the pilot in the back and the co-pilot gunner in the front is absolute. They face not just enemy fire, but extreme G-forces, disorientation, and the immense psychological weight of their mission. They are the ones who make the final decision. They are the ones who look through the sensor and see a human being before they press the trigger. It is a burden we cannot truly comprehend. The Apache is a machine of immense destructive power, but that power is wielded by skilled, dedicated, and professional soldiers. We must always remember and respect the courage and sacrifice of the men and women who crew these incredible machines. From its birth in the Cold War to its reign as the undisputed king of the attack helicopter world, the AH-64 Apache has more than earned its name. It is a masterpiece of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity, and a guardian for those on the ground. But the story is never over. Technology evolves, new threats emerge, and the Apache will continue to adapt. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the most impressive aspect of the Apache to you? Is it its raw firepower, its sensor technology, or the skill of its crews? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the Apache and you want to see more content like this, please smash that like button and subscribe to Top Tier TV. We have many more incredible machines and stories coming your way. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious.